Just Another Stitch. For those who don't know me, my name is Connie, and if you're new to my channel, I'd like to welcome you. And if you are new, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know how you found out about my channel, and let me know a little bit about yourself so I can start to get to know you better. I'm back. Did y'all miss me? This is my second video putting out today. So happy Mardi Gras, everybody. It's Mardi Gras Day. All right, so today's video, I am going to be sharing 45 free crochet cardigan patterns. All of these pattern links will be in the description box of this video. This was a topic that was requested to do a pattern sharing video of. And if you have a request for an upcoming pattern sharing video, you can either let me know in the comments down below, or you can send me an email to justanotherstitch2020@gmail.com, and I will add that topic to my list of upcoming topics to do. So, are y'all ready for these patterns? There's 45. And I know I love cardigan patterns. And that's something I want to make more of in the future. So that is on my to-do list. And there's actually one that I'm really hoping I get around to making this year. But anywho, let's get started on these patterns. All right. The first one is Riptide Granny Hoodie by Jessica Reeves Potaz. And I'm probably going to mispronounce designers' names. So I'm sorry if you're a designer and you watch and you hear me mispronounce your name. All right, look at how pretty this one is. Very pretty. And I love whenever patterns add a hood to it on like cardigans or even ponchos. But yeah, very beautiful pattern. All right, next up, this is Summer Splendor Cardigan. And this is by Jennifer Renaud. I love her pattern. She has a lot of nice ones. All right, one thing I do want to point out, and you're going to notice this on a lot of the patterns I'm sharing today. You'll probably notice how you see $6. And you're like, you just said it was a free pattern. Well, some of the patterns have a free version and a paid for version. And this is an example. So the only difference is the paid for version doesn't have ads. The free version has ads. And if you want the paid for version, you would click buy it now. If you want the free version, you click visit pattern website. This was something that confused me when I first started using Ravelry, but that's why I like to mention it, because I figured if it confused me, it likely confuses other people too. Look at how gorgeous this is. Such a pretty cardigan pattern. So pretty. And here it is in a different colorway. And using different yarn can really make the same pattern look so different. All right, next up, the Echoes Cardigan by Rachel Minsner. Look at how pretty. It looks like it has some popcorn stitches in it. And I like how it's colorful. And it gives off to me the fall vibes. So pretty. And let me know in the comments, do you like making cardigans? Have you made cardigans before? It's so pretty. All right, next up, this is the Stony Shore Cardigan by Rachel Misner. And look at how pretty. So pretty. And I am curious. She might have a lot more patterns for cardigans. Okay, I'm taking a detour. All right, here is her Ravelry. But she has a lot of pretty patterns. Yeah, I see some other cardigans too. Because one thing I find, if you notice a pretty pattern from somebody, a lot of times I like to see what else that designer designed. And especially whenever I do these videos, if I see their name come up more than once, I like to see what else they've designed. But yeah, pretty, pretty. All right, moving on. This is the Maeve cardigan, and this is by Rachel Misner too. I love this stitching, so pretty. And I love textured stitches. There's there's just something so beautiful about textured stitches. But this is gorgeous. All right, let's move on to the next pattern. This is Briar Pocket Cardigan by Grace for the frills. This one's real pretty. Granted, though, this time of year, most people are fixing to start getting warmer weather soon. So it's not really cardigan weather as much now. But if you start on them early, you'll have them made for next fall and winter. All right, next up. Okay, I guess this is the Kaya cardigan. I may be saying that wrong. This is also by Rachel Misner. And again, beautiful textured stitches. This is just gorgeous. So pretty. And I've been really getting into playing around with different stitches. All right, next up. This is Sookie, and that makes me think of. Did y'all ever watch the Gilmore Girls? How they had the character Sookie. That's what this makes me think of. And this is by Morley Bird and Robin Chakula. And I love Morley Bird. She has amazing videos on her channel. Look how gorgeous. And she is a good one if you're wanting to learn how to read patterns, because most of her video tutorials has the written pattern alongside with it. And she does both crochet and knitting. I learned how to read knit patterns from her because whenever I would do the video tutorials, I paid attention to how it was written. And that's the best way to learn how to read written patterns. I learned a lot about knitting from Morley Bird. All right, next up. This is one on my to-do list. I love this one, the Campfire Cardigan by Jessica Palm. So pretty. I'll eventually get around to making this one. And Jessica Palm has some beautiful patterns. And I think I have some others that I'm sharing on today's video by her too. But if you want to take a little detour, see, she has some nice stuff. Frank always tells me I like to take the scenic route. I take detours. All right. Next one. This is the Granny Hexagon Cardigan by Kelly Phelps. Very pretty pattern. And so many different colorways you can do with this. Look at that Christmas. That would be neat to do a cardigan in Christmas colors. Now I'm getting ideas. All right. Now I need to pull up the next group of patterns. Okay, the next pattern is Mora. I'm probably saying that wrong. Mora Cardigan by Carrie M. Chambers. And this is another designer that her name popped up a few times. So she's another one you might want to look at her other patterns. But look at that beautiful texture. Ooh la la. So beautiful. Okay, I gotta do it. I'm taking another detour. But yeah, look at this. She has some nice stuff. Ooh, I love this beanie. I know it's cardigans, but look at this. Ooh, I like that. All right. I'm getting back on track. All right, next is Patchwork Party Cordy Light by Jessica Palm. And again, here's Jessica Palm again. Look at how pretty. So pretty. Ooh, and I like buttons. All right, let's move on to the next pattern. This is Mauve a Lotus Duster Cordy by MJ's Off the Hook Designs. And she has a YouTube channel. Look at how gorgeous. It looks pretty simple, but it has an elegant vibe to it. I like this. Very pretty. All right, next up. I love this one, and I made this one. This is Spring Sun Mandela Vest by Nadia Fouad. I always have trouble saying her last name, but she has a YouTube channel, Yarn Utopia. And look at this. This is gorgeous. When I made mine, I used Ice Yarns, Magic Glitz yarn. It was like purple and some different colors. Beautiful. And it was sparkly. I love how it came out. I love mandalas. Look at how gorgeous. All right, next up. This is Summer Breeze Cardigan by Carrie M. Chambers. See, her name came up again. Look at how pretty. So beautiful. All right, next up, this is Endless Eyelets Cordy. This is by Jessica Reeves Potas. And look at this. This is beautiful. And I love the longer cardigans. So beautiful. All right, next up, this is Pumpkin Pie Cocoon Shrug by, I guess it's Aki Daga. And look at how cute and beautiful. Ooh, I see some puff stitches. I love puff stitches. I think puff stitches is one of the most beautiful stitches. And I love the variations to the puff stitch, like the braided puff stitch, the V puff stitch. It's such a beautiful stitch. All right, next up. This is Magnolia Cocoon Shrug. This is by Aki Daga again. So this is one too you might want to check out what else she has. This is the second time her name's come up. All right, next up. This is Harvest Moon Pocket Shawl by Carrie M. Chambers. And this is beautiful. I love that stitch. It looks kind of like the arrow stitch. And I've done the arrow stitch before. Very pretty. All right, next. This is Patchwork Porty Cordy Original. And this is by Jessica Palm again. Very beautiful. So pretty. Now this is making me want to make cardigans. All right. Now I'm going to pull up the next group of patterns. Okay, next is Eva Cordy by Ashley Shoemaker. And another beautiful cardigan. And this one you can do it shorter or longer. I like the longer one. I really love this. So beautiful. All right, next up. This is Evergreen Cocoon Shrug by Happy Heartsy. This one's beautiful too. Loving the texture. So pretty. All right, next up. This is the very special Hexagon cardigan. Oh, let's see if I can get this anywhere close. It's by Sabi Minion Me Crochet. And this is gorgeous. So pretty. All right, next up. This is Elizabeth Cardigan by Ashley Schumacher. Oh, and her name came up again too. Another one you might want to check out more from. I like how it has that kind of ruffle effect going down. So pretty. All right, next up, this is Slouchy Stripe Cardigan by Ashley Kisser. Very pretty. All right, let's move on to the next cardigan. This is Gordon Porty Cardigan Glow Up by Morley Bird. Look at how pretty. A nice lacy one. And then here they have it in a white color. All right, next up, this is Color Stripe Cordy by Alexandra Tavel. This one's pretty. I find cordies just give you all the fall feels. So beautiful. All right, next. This is Emmerich Cardigan by Alexandra Tavel. Okay, here's another one. Maybe you might want to check out her other designs too. Her name's come up again. I love the tie in the front. Very pretty. All right, next. This is Be Mine Cardigan by Carrie M. Chambers. Very pretty. Love the texture. All right, next. This is Patchwork Hoodie by Justina Kirkwood. And I like this one. I love how the patches, it's bright. I think this is neat. And it has a hood. Alrighty, let's bring up the next group of patterns. Okay, this one, I love this one. I've made this one before. This is Lotus Duster 2.0, and this is by Morale Fiber. And look at that. I love how it had the bell sleeves. And here's pictures of it in different colorways. When I made mine, I used Yarn Art yarn. It was a green and brown colorway. Beautiful cake. But just look at this. And like I said, I love the mandala cardigans. Okay, that's the pattern now. I went too far down. All right, next up. This is Iris Cardigan. This is a pattern that was off of Lovecrafts. It's by Adria Phil. And look at how pretty. Very gorgeous. All right, next up. This is Granny Hoodie by Tammy Hildebrand. I really like this one. All right, next. This is Hayride Shrug by Michelle Muscat. Another very pretty design. I like that texture. Here it is in a different colorway. All right, next up, this is Aurora Shrug by Vanessa Fong. Look at how pretty. Ooh, I like the back. That's nice. And you get to see it in different colorways. I love when the patterns on Ravelry show the different colorways. But another thing too, even if the designer don't put as many pictures, you have tabs and you're on details by default. And if you go to the right, you'll see yarn ideas and then projects. And if there's a number behind it, then that's how many people submitted pictures. And if you click on it, you can see pictures that other people made this design. That's a tab I love to go to on Ravelry. All right, next is Light Frost Blanket Sweater by Jessica Reeves Potaz. And I think her name's come up twice now too. Ooh, I like that. That's pretty. So she may be another designer you might want to check out. All right, next. This is Long Sleeve Summer Cardigan by Sharon Goodwin. And this one has that tie in the front. So pretty. All right, next. This is Granny Square Cocoon by Your Inspiration Design Studio. Very pretty. Here's a better picture of the back. All right, next up. Ooh, let's see if I can pronounce this. Probably not going to get it right. Azalal by Robin Shakula. This one's beautiful. I love the texture of the stitches, the design. And you can probably make it longer too if you want. All right, next up. This is Cabled Crochet Cardigan by Kimberly K. McAllenden. Look at those beautiful cables. So beautiful. That's the back. All right. Now I'm going to pull up the final 5 patterns. All right. I was mistaken. It's actually 46 patterns that I'm sharing. I thought it was 45. I miscounted. All right. This is Drop Stitch Cocoon Sweater by Susan Hyen. Look at how pretty. I like the vibrance of the colors here. All right, next, this is Cappuccino Cardigan by Ashley Kisser. Look at how pretty. All right, next up, this is Granny Squares Cardigan by Jane Green. Very pretty. All right, next up, this is Ocean View Cardigan by Made in Assen by Villa van der Spoel. I don't know. Look at how beautiful. And again, I love how it's long and it's got fringe. I love me some fringe. All right, 2 more to go. This is Greek Summer Cardigan by Mary Stories. Pretty texture. Very beautiful. All right, and the final pattern. This is Everyday Black Cardigan by Bran Malden. And this is beautiful. I love how it's long. I love the button. I do want to see it, see if they have another colorway. Because with black yarn, it's harder to see the stitch definition. Let's see. No, it looks like it's all the same picture. Oh, well. But anyway, those are the cardigan patterns. There's 46 of them. All the links are in the description box of today's video. They're all free patterns. And I want to know, have you made any of these cardigans before? Let me know. Also, are any of these patterns going on your to-do list? Because you know I'm an influencer. I'm going to have you adding more patterns to your to-do list. Also, let me know which ones are your favorites that I shared today. Let me know in the comments down below. All right, so now it's time to leave the keyword for March's giveaway. Spring is in the air. I'm going to pick 5 people randomly. Each of those 5 people will get 5 extra entries. All right, so the keyword is New Orleans. All one word, like I have it on the screen. There's no space. Make sure you spell it correctly. Make sure autocorrect don't change it. New Orleans. Because it's Mardi Gras today, so we got to show some Louisiana love. So 5 people will be picked randomly, and each of those 5 people will get 5 extra entries. New Orleans is the keyword. All right. So a few things that y'all can do to help me out. If you're not already subscribed to my channel and you like my videos, my content, please click on that subscribe button. Also, click on that bell so you can be notified of my future videos. And if you want to be sure to get notified, so whenever I put out a new video, because every video, there's chances to get extra entries into my monthly giveaway. So if you have that bell clicked, you'll know when I have new videos out. All right. Also, leave a like on this video. Leave a comment. I love hearing from my Yarny friends. If you could share my videos on your social media platforms, I would appreciate that. And those of you who are content creators that have YouTube channels, if you can share on your community page, I would appreciate that. Also, I have over 1,200 videos on my channel. So if you have some spare time, watch some of my older videos. All right, so that's all I have for y'all today. So I hope everyone is having a fabulous Yarny day. Be the light. Always remember to be the best, sparkly you that you can be. Be cool, be kind, and it's ooh la la time. Come on, everyone. Let's ooh la la today. Bye, everyone.